Hi, welcome to the Burns Redo, and this week we're talking about Dirty Harry. Um, this is the first movie in the series of Harry Callahan movies, played by the actor Clint Eastwood. Probably one of his most well-known characters, obviously the other one being the man with no name. I know that Clint Eastwood's done plenty of other films, and he's been great in all of them. Like Outlaw Josie Wales and High Plains Drifter. Um, but I think that the most well-known character you can, if you ask who is Clint Eastwood's most famous character, you would say either Harry Callahan or the Man with No Name, if it really is the same character through all those three movies. But anyway, I've actually got the Blu-ray here of Dirty Harry, which I got with my, if I can hold it up, I got with my Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry collection. This movie actually is sort of based on true events. Around the time it came out, the Zodiac Killer was terrorizing California, and Scorpio, the actual serial killer in this movie, was influenced by the Zodiac Killer, and David Fincher acknowledged that in the movie of Zodiac. Showed Jake Gyllenhaal coming out of the cinema after seeing the film. The similarities were that he was playing a cat and mouse game with the police. Scorpio, that is, was playing a cat and mouse game with the police, and like giving them messages, and obviously with the name Scorpio, and making demands. If you don't do certain things, I'm gonna pick another person and I'm gonna kill them. And pretty much the police don't know really what to do with this guy, because he's not bluffing. He's deadly serious. Starts with him like just randomly killing people. Just picks a woman who's swimming in the pool and takes her out, kills her with a sniper rifle. That's his main weapon of choice. And the police really don't know what to do with this character. Because they just don't know where he's going to hit next. So they're pretty much, don't want him to kill anymore. So they're sort of bending over and letting him get away with it. They're basically even considering the idea of maybe, giving into his demands, his ransoms. But luckily they've got the cop that doesn't want to play by the rule book or by the boss, what the bosses tell him. He's pretty much a maverick, and that's Harry Callahan. And he really takes no prisoners, and he's quite frustrated with his bosses telling him what to do, and he just wants to take this guy out and stop him killing people, and he just wants to take him out of society, really. Obviously, Scorpio knows how to play the game, because things, what you get in this, even though it's set in the 70s, things were still even PC back then, where they were on the side of the criminal now, with him making false claims of police brutality just to get Harry Callahan off his case. It's a very, when you're watching it, it is a very much a movie of its time, and I suppose it has aged, because when you're watching it, you can, there's no mistaking it's set in that time, but it's still enjoyable today. It's still, we still have these kind of people around, and you still really want to see them have justice dealt out to them, Harry Callahan style. You kind of wish that that was the way things were, I suppose, but you've got to have rules in place, I guess. But Clint Eastwood, no nonsense. This takes out the criminals pretty much without much debate, which can be seen when he's dealing with the bank robbers coming out of the bank. He basically doesn't really wait for backup or anything. He just goes in there and takes care of business, with the famous line about we've fired 6 shots or 5, which is a great scene. And Clint Eastwood, you know, is great in the film. You know, he's the you can see, like, even though, like, he's this this guy that, you know, is quite a tough man, you can see that it's that, you know, the Scorpio guy is getting to him, is affecting him, and you can see how frustrated he is. And so while he's playing it, while he does seem to come across as a cool character, he does, you know, obviously have a side to him, an emotional side to him, through that steely veneer of his. And Scorpio, who is played by Andy Robinson, is a great villain. This guy, you totally despise him. Um, I think even more so because of you know, obviously he comes across as, I mean, when they catch him and everything, he comes across as such a whiny, pathetic man that just plays the system. And I mean, he just is brutal in he doesn't care on who he's going to kill, or has no, you know, no moral. I mean, if you can say moral, killers have morals, but he has no moral fibre to him. There's not one redeeming feature of this person. He'll terrorise people of different race, women, and even children. You know, where he's just randomly pointing his sights around an area just to choose who's going to be his next victim. You know, and when the climax comes at the end, where he's kidnapped a bus full of children, and Harry Callahan has basically ignored his superiors and is going after him, and, you know, it's basically going to be a big showdown between the main characters. You're really rooting for Harry to see him off, if you will. And I know it's, you know, even though, like, you may sort of guess what's going to happen, the journey from I mean, I've seen it many times, and every time I still find it suspenseful, even though I know the outcome. So yeah, all I can say is, if you've not seen Dirty Harry and you like you know, 70s cops with a hard edge to them, then I definitely recommend you go out and see this film. I'll catch you later.